Hello and welcome to my happy place. Today what I'm going to do is just a real short tutorial on glue basting. What glue basting does is it uses glue, obviously, and it actually will hold your pieces together so when you stitch it, the sizing is always perfect. So let's take a look at these two pieces of fabric that I have here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a really small bead of glue. What I did was I purchased this bottle of glue from my local quilt shop, and the reason that I really love it is this little point right here. It allows me to put a really small amount of glue in a very precise location, which makes the glue basting all that much more successful. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, and my bottle is getting a little on the empty side, so I have to push it with a little more vigor than I normally do. And this is all the glue you need. It just takes a small line. Very important to remember to keep it on the seam allowance, in the seam allowance. You don't want to come out of the seam allowance with it, because what will happen is your fabric will stick together. And granted, it is washable and you can get it out. It's just easier if you do it this way from the beginning. So now I'm going to lay my other piece of fabric on here. I'm going to line up those seams and I'm going to press it. What the pressing action does is it dries out the glue so it will not affect your needle. It will not affect your sewing machine. It's perfectly safe for your equipment, and it will stick those two seams exactly where you want them to be. So let's go ahead and move over to the sewing machine, and we're going to sew this up, and then we're going to show you the outcome. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I do like to use leaders on my seam allowances, or when I sew, which helps me to feed my fabric in properly. So we're going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and let me go ahead and feed that in. If you have a needle up, needle down function on your machine, it's a good time to use it, because when you stop, you want to obviously you're going to remove your hands, and that will keep things steady and secure for you. Going to go ahead, put a leader on the end, and then we're going to slip it back over to the ironing board, and I'm going to show you just how beautiful this seam turns out. Okay, we are back. Here is our seam allowance. Beautiful. You can see there's no green on this side. There's no yellow on this side. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to press the seam towards the dark side. So I'm going to open it up, and I do like to finger press it with my fingernail. That's going to help open that seam up so that it lays nice and flat, and when I press it, I won't end up with a fold in there. So here we go. Just going to give a little press to it. We're not ironing it, we're pressing it. What I like to do also while I'm working on a block is I will go ahead and put a little spray starch, really light mist of spray starch on top of here. That will help keep my fabric nice and stable for working with. And here is our seam with the glue based. We have a perfect seam. And what I want you to notice is I do use the glue based for blocks especially, and every one of my intersections ends up coming out perfectly when I glue baste. If I glue baste, if I don't glue baste, I'm kind of taking a chance on whether they're going to fit or not. But I always know when I glue baste, they're going to be perfect. I certainly hope you find this little 5-minute tutorial helpful. Don't forget like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell if you want notifications when I put a new video up. And I hope to see you again soon. Until we meet again, let's quilt.